This is part 2 of the post-construction treatment disclosure document. Right now, we're going to talk about different types of treatments and their definitions. Since there's different wood-destroying insects, there are different types of treatments for all of them. This part, we're going to go to the definition of treatment for subterranean termites, meaning this will be for actual subterranean termites and the Formosan termite itself. Okay? Now, types of subterranean termite treatments. Definition: a partial treatment. A partial treatment, this technique allows a wide variety of treatment strategies, but is more involved than a spot treatment, which the definition is below on here. The treatment is a good example of some of all the perimeter treatment around the house, bath traps, expansion joints, stress cracks, portion of framing, walls, and other locations of the house. So again, this is a partial treatment, meaning they can't get to all the areas of the house. They're going to get to most areas of where they're going to treat. They can get around and in the structure where they can treat itself, which is more than a spot treatment. I'll explain the spot treatment here, definition of spot treatment. A spot treatment, any treatment which concerns a limited, defined area less than 10 linear square feet that is intended to protect a specific location or spot. Often there is adjacent areas that are susceptible to termite infestation when they're not treated, meaning there is an area within a spot. Okay, let's say a termite tube is coming the outside of the house. So that's the only area that's found to have termites. So they just treat within a 10 linear foot area of that spot. Not any of the houses treated itself. That will affect a partial treatment, and a spot treatment will affect your warranty that you're given at the time of the treatment. Usually in the treatment, they're going to only warranty that area section of the house. Where if it's a partial treatment, they'll probably warranty the whole structure itself. So that's 2 different ways to end. They're not going to warranty the whole house if the spot treatment is done. Baiting systems. Definition of baiting system. This type of treatment may include interior or perimeter placement of monitoring bait systems along with the routine inspection intervals. The baiting technique may include 1 or more locations prescribed by the product label and instructions. Again, we talked a little bit about it before in part 1, that they're going to put out bait stations in specific areas. They'll need to come out either different intervals to come in and look and inspect the bait stations to see which ones are being hit, or if any of them been hit at all as far as termites coming up and feeding in the bait systems. Usually if that happens, they'll put more around that area and put more pesticide bait in there, try to get rid of the colony itself. Barriers. If a physical barrier is used, the square footage of the physical barrier must be recorded, and the diagram describing the installation will be provided. Again, we talked about different types of barriers, something that's physical, not chemical, to stop the termites from coming in. Again, it could be screening, other different things to be able to stop the termites. Again, it's non-chemical type of treatment to stop the termites. So again, that must be listed on the diagram showing when and where, how it was installed. Definition of terrain treatments based on construction types. There's usually 2 different types of construction of a structure itself. Pier and beam. What is the definition of pier and beam? Pier and beam treatment of the outer perimeter include other porches, patios, treatments, or attached garages, and the crawl space treatment will be included any soil structure, contact, piers, and pipes. So basically, a pier and beam home is set up on stilts where you can actually physically get up under the structure itself. And when they do that, they're going to do around each pier and perimeter walls on both sides, things like that, or whatever it needs to be done. So that type of structure. A slab structure, which is next, a slab structure, treatment of perimeter and all known slab penetration as well as known expansion joints and stress cracks. Meaning, your slab is set, it's a concrete slab, your home is set on a concrete slab. And they'll treat every area they can get to as far as like a bath trap, pipe openings, stress cracks, things like that. That's what his slab construction is and how they'll treat. In this section, I would call Section 3 of Wood Destroying Post-Construction Termite Disclosure Document, we have another set of definitions. This was for the treatment of drywood termites, powder post beetles, and wood-borne beetles, other related wood-destroying insects that may be a full treatment or spot treatment. These type of treatments are defined as follows. Basically, these type of insects do not need ground contact to infest the house, so that's why they're different from the subterranean termite treatment itself. So basically what we're going to have when you do this type of treatment, two types of treatment, which is a full treatment. A full treatment is disclosed and defined as a treatment controlled 100% of the insect infestation by tarpaulin fumigation or appropriate sealing methods. A full treatment by fumigation designed to eliminate every insect colony. It should include infested structure and all attached structures to it. So basically, what happens is that these type of insects the infestation is actually in the structure itself, not in the soil. So basically, what happened in a fumigation is they're going to put a tent over the whole structure itself, seal it up, put a gas in there, which kills everything everywhere in the structure. Then they'll release the gas, everything's cool, but everything will be dead because the colony is inside the structure itself. That's a full treatment. Then we have a spot treatment. Spot treatment, any treatment less than a full treatment by tarpaulin fumigation. This treatment should be considered only when drywood termite, powder post beetle, woodward related infestation has a limited defined area of infestation. Adjacent areas susceptible to drywood termites, powder post beetles, woodborne beetles, or related infestation are not treated. Because of the nature of wood-destroying insects, these untreated areas may continue to harbor drywood termites, powder post beetles, woodborne beetles, related insects throughout the structure without detection. So this basically is telling you if they found an area of drywood or woodborne beetles. Let's say a woodborne beetle was found in one plank of your wooden floor. That was found. So they can treat that area, but it's not going to take care of anything else that might, any other wood-borne beetle within the other parts of the floor in itself. Treat it. So they're not going to warranty anything. So it might have another reinfest. It might be infested, but they hadn't emerged out from that area. So that's why that's what's considered a spot treatment. So when you get a spot treatment, it's not going to guarantee that there's any other part of the house that's infested because they can't see that area. If you have any other questions, you need to talk to me. Again, you can reach me at bob@sitwithbob.com. That's my email address, or you can go to my website, sitwithbob.com. Thank you.
Bob is available to answer your questions and concerns about your urban pest control issues. Reach out to Bob by emailing him at bob@sitwithbob.com. Bob Sprague is not an attorney, or does he provide legal advice, nor does he treat or spray for pests. He does not consult specifically about bedbugs. Bob is not a toxicologist or able to provide specific advice regarding toxicology.